Former Kansas Senator Bob Dole died in his sleep this morning at the age of 98. The one-time Republican presidential candidate fought in World War II and served on Capitol Hill for more than 30 years.
Steve Coos takes a look at the legacy of the Republican stalwart.
There have been a number of men who have served as the face and leader of the Republican Party over the past few decades, but perhaps none more true to his word, humble, and willing to work together than former U.S. Senator Bob Dole.
Bob Dole was a true American patriot, and he lived a life of a patriot.
Dole died early Sunday morning in his sleep, according to his family's foundation. He had been battling stage 4 lung cancer. He was 98 years old. As a United States Senator, Dole represented the people of Kansas for 27 years, from 1969 up until his 1996 run for president. That election would arguably be Dole's biggest moment. It was a race he lost to Bill Clinton. Some voters thought Dole came across as too serious during the campaign. But after his loss, Dole was able to share the more comedic, lighthearted side of his personality that he's often now remembered for. Here he is accepting the prestigious Presidential Medal of Freedom Award shortly after losing his bid for president.
I, Robert J. Dole. Sorry, wrong speech.
Former New York Senator Al D'Amato served with Dole during his time in office.
When he got into government, he decided to make a difference. And sometimes we think about him as a partisan, tough Republican. But what was right for the country came back as #1 priority.
Before he got his start in politics, Bob Dole was a decorated World War II hero, wounded multiple times in battle. As a Republican senator, he created and passed a number of social welfare programs to help out struggling families and the poor. Anyone who has ever used food stamps or received a public school lunch can thank Senator Dole. Those were his laws. Ironically, laws members of his Republican Party have since sought to cut back in recent years. Dole served in a Congress much different than today. In his time in office and as Senate Majority Leader, Dole was known for his bipartisanship, compromising and working openly with Democrats on the other side of the political aisle to get things done in Washington and keep the government moving forward. He created a bill to provide housing for the disabled. He saved our Social Security system from collapsing, and with Dole's leadership, Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday became the national holiday we all now celebrate.
He stood up, #1, for America, doing what was right, and politics was secondary to doing what was right. Stand up and do the right thing, and that was Bob Dole.
I'm Steve Coos, WGN News.
Senator Tammy Duckworth met Dole when both were patients at Walter Reed Military Medical Center. She released this statement. He was a true statesman and model of the greatest generation who never failed to answer the call to serve. It was my great pleasure to meet him and an honor to be able to call him a friend.